On this video, I wanted to talk about why I use upscaling and framegen when I'm benchmarking games. I've had a little bit of an uptick in people that are, as I call it, on the crusade against upscaling and framegen. Now, a lot of the big YouTube channels have really been on a tear about this matter. And I understand why some people feel the way that they do, but also understand my side of it, that I'm not measuring what, say, Gamers Nexus is measuring when they benchmark a set of hardware, right? So when you see a video somewhere like Gamers Nexus, Linus Tech Tips, Hardware Unboxed, one of those big channels, they are benchmarking things like Nvidia's claim that the 5070 is equal to a 4090 in performance. You know, you can think what you want about that. But my opinion on it is that what I'm doing when I'm running these videos, when you see all these videos that I'm making where I show the settings, I show the game running, I show all that, I am not benchmarking the hardware versus other hardware. What I'm doing is benchmarking the experience. I'm interested in the experience that can be provided by the hardware. I don't care how we achieve that experience, okay? I don't care if we're going to use framegen, if we're going to use upscaling, if we're going to use straight up native rendering. I don't care. I'm interested in what is the final experience that this set of hardware can deliver for us. So if I can take, now I've had people over the last couple of days get angry at me for the only thing I can find is what they're angry about is that I have taken something like an old GTX 1080 and I have delivered a performance with that GPU probably closer to, say, native 1440 than not native 1440. So I had somebody commenting, oh, well, it's only 900p. Yeah, that may be true. But first of all, with that argument is that, you know, one of the arguments is, well, you should lower the resolution then and just do it that way. But that is not the same experience. So my experience has been, in the testing I have done, has been that a game running at upscaled, so take what do you want to call it? FSR on the quality preset. And I usually try to stick to the quality preset unless we're already able to hit like 4K or something. But that much upscaling is usually able to take a GPU that could run the game, like Cyberpunk 2077, for example. If I have a system that's able to run the game at a given setting at 1080p, very, very, very likely using FSR is going to jump us up a setting level, and it's going to jump us up to 1440p. And it's going to look better than if we ran at, you know, whatever, 900p, whatever, and upscaled it, or I'm sorry, not upscaled it, if I ran it at the lower resolution, and then I just, you know, ran it on a bigger monitor, let's say my 4K 32-inch, it would look better, you know, I guess that's 4K, so I guess I do have a 1440-27, so it would look better running at upscaled to 1440p than it would to run it at that and then just blow the window up. It looks a lot better. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna apologize for that. It looks better than native at that lower resolution and then stretched. LCDs never look good at stretched. I don't know what these people are smoking, but LCDs never, ever look good stretched. Now, I will say some of the playing around I've done with my OLEDs suggests that they might look better at non-native res than standard LCDs. That's been what I have been seeing. I haven't really done a deep dive into it, but just casual observation when I've been running, say, a 1080p or a 1440p, whatever you want to call it, experience. You know, when I'm running 1080p or 1440p. And I'm displaying it on my 4K 32, it seems to look better on that on the OLED 4K 32 than when I saw that same thing done on, you know, just a standard IPS 4K 32, or same thing with IPS 1440p compared to a 1080p. It does look better because it's actually that resolution. I know you're upscaling, but it is that resolution in a different way than just double clicking on your window to expand it. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but my take on the matter also really boils down to the fact that we're not working. You know what I'm doing? I'm not working with $2,000 video cards over here and then trying to claim that there's something they're not, you know, trying to claim that a $1,000 video card is equal to a $2,000. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're working with GPUs that are $35 on eBay, okay? We are using every bit of technology at our disposal to take a $35 eBay GPU and see how close we can get it to, you know, a $250 GPU, a $500 GPU. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. So these arguments of, oh, well, you know, let's crusade against upscaling, they're just not relevant to what I'm doing. So I hope this gives you, some of you guys, a little bit of a, oh, and that's the thing. Don't be afraid to use this technology. Use it. I understand if you just bought a 5070 Ti for, I don't know what they go for, they 700, 900, something like that, and then you've got it paired with another $1,200, $1,300 worth of hardware, you've got a $2,500 computer. I understand that you don't want to have to click those fake frames, okay? I get it. I understand that you spent all of this money on hardware and you want it to run well. That is a totally different situation from when we are testing a computer that I'm going to sell for $300 to see how good of an experience, because the only thing that matters at that point is the experience, not how we got there. It doesn't matter how we got there. And before I close, I will also say with this, because somebody is going to comment on this, right tool for the right job. We're not going to use upscaling in a fast-paced, you know, a Fortnite situation. Fortnite doesn't even have upscaling. I don't know if any competitive games do. If they do, I wouldn't recommend using it. I understand latency and all of that. I don't understand it to a deeply scientific level like some of you are going to claim you do, but I understand it well enough to know you're not going to use this kind of upscaling and frame gen and stuff on those kind of games. This is for games like Cyberpunk, like Horizon Zero Dawn, like Clair Obscur Expedition 33, like Red Dead Redemption 2. Games that require an insane amount of performance to run and look good, and also don't have the limitations in needing to hit competitive levels that, you know, competitive games do. So right tool for the right job. Don't forget that I said that, because somebody is going to try to claim that Dragon System says that it's you should always use it, and that's not the case. Right tool, right job. Anyway, though, again, I hope you guys found this interesting. Some people have indicated they enjoy my discussions on tech, so this is kind of the first one I've done in a while. That is my opinion on upscaling, and I will defend it. If you come on my channel and you take a shit on me, I will defend that position, okay? So don't expect me to just sit back and let you take a crap on me, because I have a good reason for my opinion. And nothing bugs me more than people who think that because I'm the creator that I have to just sit on my hands and I can't defend my opinion. I will defend my opinion on that. So anyway, I hope you guys find this interesting, and thanks for watching the video.